The Brakkloof Pass is a mixture of a poort and a mountain pass. It's a fairly long one at just under 13 kilometers, and despite the easy average gradient of 1 in 75, there are some very steep sections as steep as 1 in 5, especially near the southern end on the approach and descent to the Kocha River Valley, which will probably create traction issues for non-four-wheel drive vehicles in wet weather. The pass has to be driven in tandem with the Kocha Kleinrivier Pass, which lies further to the west. The two passes together form a wide loop with Jobertina as the start and end point. Allow about 2.5 hours to do the loop, excluding stops. The kloof is extensively farmed, so the usual cautionaries apply of expecting livestock, pedestrians and slow-moving farm vehicles on the road. Visually, this is a lovely road to explore, and note that there are many cattle grids which are best crossed at a speed of 30 km per hour or slower. The pass is located about 33 kilometers east-northeast of the farming town of Jobertina on the R62 route through the farming region known as Die Langkloof. From the northern start, the road begins descending gently into the southeast at the Brakkloof farm. To the left is a deep gorge visible in the mountainside, which bears the attractive name of Schilderkranzkloof. This wider section of the Brakkloof is intensively farmed for the first 4.5 kilometers, passing through the farms of Twanny, Aangenaam and Rooidam. Most of the agricultural activity here is fruit farming. Dust on the farmers' crops is an ongoing problem, so please be mindful of this and drive at a speed that will create minimum dust. Towards the end of this wider section, two deep gorges are visible on the left. The first one is Brakkloof, after which the pass is named, and the second one is named Guarrikloof, after the Guarribus, which is endemic to this region. Jobertina is a small town on the Waboom's River in the Langkloof, some 50 kilometers northwest of Assegaibos, 70 kilometers southeast of Avontuur, and 213 kilometers from Port Elizabeth. Jobertina was founded and introduced into the Langkloof community in 1907. Having secured a portion of the farm Onzer, in between the villages of Krakeel and Tweeriviere, which were both founded in 1765, a property development was launched there under the initiative of the Dutch Reformed Church. As the sale of urban around a newly erected church building gradually got underway, and in 1907, the future town was named in honor of Mr. W.A. Joubert, minister of the Dutch Reformed Church in Uniondale between 1878 and 1893. Set in a long line amongst other villages with similarly lyrical names like Muschent, Lotewater and Caredo on the Route 62, Jobertina is a small town in the Eastern Cape that until the establishment of the famous and very long wine route suffered very little notoriety and languished as something of a one-horse town in much the same vein as its neighbours. Now referred to as the not yet discovered Jobertina and the Big Apple of the R62, the town sees a lot of traffic as a result of the wine route that winds between Cape Town and Oudtshoorn, the Langkloof and Port Elizabeth, proving a far prettier alternative to the often more dangerous in terms of traffic anyway N2 highway. The town lies nestled in amongst the Kocha, Baviaanskloof and Tsitsikamma mountain ranges, with accommodation provided mostly on nearby farms. Whilst the surrounds are gorgeous, the little town, according to the blogs of local residents, is sadly lacking when it comes to aesthetic appeal. It barely qualifies as pretty, devoid of tree-lined sidewalks, quaint shops, broad stoops and brookie lace, but it has a character all of its own, and by all accounts, it's by staying here that you discover the true nature of the town. For instance, you can buy milk at the hardware store that also sells second-hand furniture, or pick up a packet of homemade rusks from your hairdresser who also sells coffins and bully beef. You get the picture. It's a town which you will find very few out-of-towners, a lot of sixth-generation residents, and its very own railway station. In fact, the railway line runs all along the Route 62 for much of the way from Avontuur until it joins the N2 just outside Humansdorp. Jobertina is overlooked by Peak Formosa at 1,675 meters, the highest point in the Tsitsikamma Mountains. The extremely cold winter months and warm summer months are ideal for the apple farmers. The Langkloof Festival, also known as the Blossom Festival, is held each year around August. Be sure to watch parts 2 and 3 of the Brakkloof Pass.